Hi there friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and today we have another episode of Summer of Stories, this time episode H. So we're focusing on stories that have a relevant part to the letter H. And today's a little bit of a smidge cheating on my part, I'll say. I am doing a double page layout about our trip to Fort Henry. So the H here would be Henry. I thought this would be a fun take, and we already did F, so kind of missed the opportunity to do these pictures, although they could have classified under several other ones. This is in Kingston, Canada, so that could have been K. You know, all sorts of stuff could have happened here for me scrapbooking this. But I decided H was a good one to show you guys that it doesn't really have to be in the title or, you know, the first words, just kind of your association to the letter. I am working with the We Are Memory Keepers Jet Set collection, I believe is what it's called. Several of you helped me with the title of it last time I used it because it's not on my paper pad, which is really weird. I picked this up at Tuesday morning, but if it's available online, I'll have it linked down below in case you guys want to use it. I adore this paper pad. I think it's got such a fun retro feel, and I love doing travel pages if you guys didn't know. So if you like travel pages, make sure to click subscribe so you guys can see more of them and all the other stuff I make. So besides the background, which is from that We Are Memory Keepers collection, and these ones I'm currently pulling out. The green striped paper I've pulled out is from Paige Evans, I believe. That was gifted to me, just some random papers from my friend Dolly as a giveaway prize. And then the orange papers are from a Colorbach paper pad, which I picked up on Amazon for $3. And if you guys like Amazon deals, you guys can check out my Crafty Deals and Steals page, which I update almost every day over on my blog, grayflorals.com, and I'll have that link down below in case you guys are interested in checking that out. So when it comes to making paper layers on pages, I usually struggle. Now this is sped up 8 times, so don't think that I'm this almighty knowing genius because it looks like it's happening so fast. This took me so long to decide on. But I usually start with one main base for each of my layers here. For the right hand side, I cut a 9x7 square out of that colorful paper and then did a nice banner across the middle and called that enough paper layers. Whereas on the left hand side, you'll see I'll do a little bit more paper layering using that green to give it a pop and then layering these orange scraps underneath so that I can, you know, get a fuller look on this side. So I kind of have all the colors on each side. Luckily the green is very prominent in the photos on the right hand side of the page, so I don't have to worry about putting that green pattern on both sides of the page since it's apparent in the photos. Gives it that same look. I pull out some of these stickers, which I picked up at Tuesday morning, but I believe you can get them at Hobby Lobby too. They're just different sets probably now since these ones were at Tuesday morning. But really enjoy these wood veneer sticker sets. I think they're so adorable. And I'm also looking for some of these Jelly Bean Soup stickers that I pull out, and then some puffy stickers I end up pulling out. These are from the Paper Studio. Just kind of getting a bunch of embellishments ready. And I did use one of the sheets from the Jet Set paper pad to do some cut aparts there. So if you saw that, a bunch of tags, I cut out a bunch of those by hand, and I'll be using those on my page as well. So while we're gluing down, I just sped this up pretty quick, but you can kind of see that my patterns are very busy, and this is one of the busier layouts I've ever made. I will say that it's not the busiest, but it does have a lot going on. And I wouldn't say that I knew the plan from the beginning. It's definitely just cut and go and see how it looks as I go on. But if you guys want a whole video about me explaining how I kind of figure out my paper layers, let me know in the comments down below. But I really enjoy how this came out. I particularly love making double page layouts. It's just usually I don't have enough photos for it. And here I'm using some Studio Calico stickers that say weird things like retro email and fragile to just be little fun vellum pieces underneath my clusters. And I did finish that sticker sheet, which makes me so happy. I've had those for way too long, probably for 3 or 4 years now, so it's so nice to use up a sticker sheet. And if you guys are always interested in seeing what I use up every month, you guys can check out my monthly favorites video. I always put my empties on there, or you can check out my How to Kill a Kit with Style Kill a Kit video at the end of every month to see what I used from my kit that kind of, you know, took off, and I'll have those in there. So I'm using a lot of foam tape on this layout, mainly because it looks quite flat to me, even though we're going to use the wood veneer and that. I just thought the embellishments, like the tags, needed a little bit of a boost, because otherwise they got lost against the colors that are the same as them, because they're from the same collection. So if you feel like your items are getting lost, I would recommend using foam adhesive. If they're still getting lost, maybe a piece of vellum behind it of some sort, either clear vellum or colored vellum, can really help make a difference. Here I'm layering again one of those little retro pieces with a punch that I used on one of the cut apart sheets. This layout came together pretty quickly. I mean, it took me 30 to 40 minutes to do, but again, this is all sped up for you guys, so you don't have to sit here for that long. I'm going to add some wood veneer throughout this page here. I just think it adds such a nice element. Since a lot of these papers are cream based, I didn't want to bring in a lot of white embellishments. So if you find that you have like a natural base color for your patterns, I'd recommend using wood veneer. Great option. I added a gold paper clip, again, just to have a little bit more texture and fun. And there is a little bit of gold in the wood veneers that I picked out. And then I have these travel stickers. These were featured in an Instagram live haul that I did. These are from the dollar store, the Dollar Tree to be exact. And I pull a couple of those out and tuck them around. Some have cameras, some have planes. We didn't fly to Kingston, but you know, it's travel nonetheless, so kind of getting that vibe from it. Next, I want to decide on my title, kind of decide if I'm doing a journaling spot or not, and then some final touches, so a little bit more color here and there. But as you can tell, this is a very cohesive looking layout because of the repetitive patterns on both sides of the page. If you use random patterns or things that aren't from the same collection but not on the same pages, it might be a little harder, if that makes sense. But I have a bunch of double page layout process videos on my channel under the playlist that I'll link down below. It's called Double Take. That's what I call all of my double page layouts. And I really enjoy how they come out. And if you guys are interested in more multi-photo layouts, I do multi-photo Monday once a month with a bunch of my crafty friends like Becky and Dolly, so definitely check that out if you're interested. So I thought about cutting out more of these tags, which I think are so cute, while I'm looking through the rest of my embellishments for some things. I just thought this was such like a busy but minimal layout, if that makes sense. I do end up going to a sticker book, which I used a sticker book last month, like I used the heck out of it. But I did find some more pieces to use. I pull out some red asterisks and then this washi strip, which it's like orange and light orange, which works perfectly for this layout. So I definitely pulled that in. And again, 2 asterisks just on opposing pages, and that was pretty much it from this. A lot of these were they were just not the right color scheme, or they weren't the right vibe because it has such a vintage vibe on this paper that I didn't want to bring in another version of something, you know. So that's coming together nicely. The title is where I struggled a little bit. I have these perfect shade orange simple story stickers, which again, I know I keep pulling these out, but highly recommend picking up a set if you guys like flat stickers. But when I started to put down the title over here, it just blends in so much with the background. And then I thought, well, where's the most calm place on this page that's not orange and not that blue background where it could, you know, lay and stick out still? And that was on top of my photos. Now, this isn't something I normally do. It terrifies me to put stickers on top of photos, especially since you don't know how they're going to react. But these photos have a lot of blank space at the top because of the sky, and it works beautifully in the end. But I do end up moving them a little bit, which you'll see in a bit here. But now I'm just going to grab some wood veneer and sort of put these all over the page just to give it some more of that natural texture and a little bit more dimension. Because at the moment it was just the foam adhesive tags that I'd popped up that were really all of the dimensions, so adding a little bit more with those wood veneer helps. And I did not glue down the title yet, it's just kind of sat there, but it will be glued down where you can see it now. And then of course a finishing touch would be some Spiegel Mop Scrap sequins. This is Evergreen Bow. I use this all of the time. It has my favorite orange sequins in it and has my favorite light green sequins in it. I just adore it so much, and it's always right there because I've always just used it. But if you guys haven't checked out Spiegel Mop Scraps yet, you can go over there and use my code Caitlin15 for 15% off your order, and you guys can save a little bit on your fun sequins. So I just stick all these orange and green ones down. I didn't go for blue because I like how the blue background's just soft and pale, and I didn't want to accent more blue things. Like, I wanted that to be the blue of the layout, if that makes sense. But I do pull out these blue Amy Tangerine word stickers. I pull out some that say fun, 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 this happened, you know, that sort of stuff, because this was just a random stop we did. And the funny story is, it was actually closing like half an hour once we got there, so we didn't actually get to go into a lot of the fort because they were closing. But this is the finished layout. I hope you guys enjoyed episode H of Summer of Stories. Don't forget to post your projects with hashtag Summer of Stories 2019 so I can see all of them. But this is the close-up look, and again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more Summer of Stories, and don't forget to get the free download over on my blog, link down below. Bye, guys!